when you really look at it, it was just yesterday we're in Tallahassee. This off season's just flown by, and I think Friday will be very exciting for both basketball programs. We're definitely starting with a really good opponent in LSU, and last time we faced them was in this building in the NCAA tournament. So I think it's going to be a great night for USF basketball, for our fans, and for the Tampa Bay community too. For the men playing after our game, and it's Brian Gregory's first game here. So a lot of good stuff.
We had that event with all the donors and season ticket holders, and there was a line of people just to watch practice, something like that. Does that get you excited even more?
Yeah, that was a great donor event. We had over, I believe, 80 Iron Bowl donors and Coaches Club members for our program, and then we opened it up to season ticket holders as well. I believe we had over 160, 170 season ticket holders show up for that, and that's pretty good. A fifth of our 1,100, 1,200 season ticket holders. So it was a really nice event to just give them a little sneak peek of our returning team and our newcomers to the program.
What's your biggest concern?
Biggest concern. This team has an opportunity to be special, Joey. For us, just staying injury free. That's the biggest thing with what we went through last year. So we stay injury free. Now we're playing a really good non-conference schedule right before league play, but I'm not concerned about our depth. I think we have a pretty good balance. We got a veteran group. We got 4 starters back, and Laura Ferreira's healthy. So, the expectations are what they should be.
I guess Fredo's going to be leaned on, probably get some decent minutes for a freshman. Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, Alba Prieto and Vanessa Blagman in the backcourt will get a lot of minutes for us. And they're both very talented. I like that Alba can play both spots, and Vanessa at the wing is very talented. So those 2 freshmen are going to get minutes. I think Shea Leverett, our redshirt freshman, is backing up Tamara. So right now, those three guys are going to see a lot of minutes outside of our, what our projected starting 5 is. We got a couple kids banged up, so we'll see what what Friday will hold for them. But we also get Alyssa Rader becomes eligible right after final exams, so second semester. So that'll give us some more depth in the front court.
How would you describe Fredo's game? What's it like?
Typical. She's adjusting to the game over here, but what I like about her, she can find open people and open space, and she can score and she can shoot the ball. So good thing is we're just not having to throw her into the fire, and she's getting a lot of really good experience playing behind Laya, and learning the system. But I like her versatility. She's played in a lot of big games with international basketball with club and international competition. So it's going to be fun to see them. You know what? The thing with us too, we did a lot of player development in the preseason rather than doing a lot of team workouts that we had to do last year because we had to replace so many guys. So we we did 4 team workouts and bunched all that up. What we did in 12-14 in those 4 days. Everything else was in position groups, but we got 2 really good scrimmages. We didn't do an exhibition game. I always believe we always scrimmage 2 really good opponents, and the two scrimmages that we had were just were like an NCAA tournament game. So our the two things that we did in the closed scrimmage sections definitely will got us ready for Friday night.
think they're prepared to take on maybe a more physical team? I guess we'll find out.
Excuse me?
Do you think you're more prepared to take on a more physical team because you're going to run some more physical teams?
You know, again, this group has played in those wars already. You know, so they know what to expect. You know, they know what to expect. You know, in our league, we play the best team in the country 3 times a year. So they know what's at stake here, and we're at home to open up our season. You know, but again, it's game one. It's game 1 of 30. So I'm sure it's an important game for both teams, just because it's a non-conference game and it's a big RPI game for both teams. But you know, LSU season and our season is not going to change on whatever happens on Friday night. You know, we both have a lot of games the rest of the way to go.
We've talked about this before, but I mean, Flores was such a trooper last year. I mean, if she went out, if she wasn't available because of your injury situation, you were kind of doomed right there, right?
Yeah, we did. I mean, if she doesn't, you know, you look at her performance against East Carolina.
Yeah.
I go, we're going to remember this game. You know, because she doesn't play in that second half. We have a tough time beating East Carolina, and now you had two back-to-back bad losses RPI wise and strength of schedule wise. So, you know what? You look at those minutes. Those minutes are going to be a little different this year. That's for sure. Where you don't have to ride. You know, Jesperson doesn't have to play 38 minutes, and Laya doesn't have to play 37, 38. So, same as Tamara. Now you got, you know, the minutes that Blagman and Prieto can give us coming off. These guys don't have to play those minutes.
Of the new kids, who's probably the most prominent scorer? Just a kid who can come in and score for you.
Well, that's tough to say just because of, you know, you look at our starting 5, you know, and you got Ferreira, Jesperson, and Loxa that any night they can have a big game, you know. And Tamara Lee going into her sophomore year now, okay, can she be that 9, 10, 10 and 7, 10 and 8 guy, you know? And you know, I talked to Laya too, that she's got to give us more productivity scoring wise too. Can she be that 9 average instead of averaging 6, 7, be somewhere around between 9 and 12? You know, because the other guys are going to draw so much attention. But, you know, it's great if we have, you know, you got more balance and we got 4 guys in double figures, even hopefully a 5th guy, where the guys coming off the bench don't have that pressure. And they're playing, you know, Prieto, Blagman, and Leverett are somewhere between 12 to 15 minutes. Then instead of Maria, Kit, Laya, and those guys playing 36, 37, you know, they're somewhere around 30, 31, which now we're fresher in January, February. I mean, you saw it. Those 3 conference games, we're playing virtually with 5 guys, 6 guys. I mean, we stumbled. This team, last year's team won 24 games, but, I mean, we were hurting.
I think you played 6 against Missouri.
Yeah. Did we?
Yeah. Is this on the opposite side of that? If everyone stays healthy, could this be your deepest team?
Could be. I don't think we've had a team with this amount of experience, you know, back and the amount of games. Laya and Maria could be 2 guys to take this program to a 4th NCAA tournament. But again, we got to get some guys. Raiders. I talked about those 3 guys off the bench. Those will probably be our first 3 off the bench, and then, you know, Dori Naj and Surratt. We haven't talked about them, and you also got Raider eligible second semester. So yeah, I said it from the beginning. You know, we're going to play about 9 guys. There's going to be 3 guys on this team that are very talented that are not going to play. It's just the nature of where our program's at.
When did you notice Ferreira starting to become Ferreira again?
Shoot, I don't know. Ask her. You know, it's good to have her back just because we have somebody else on the floor that can score and create off the bounce. But Laura's versatility, too, Laura can rebound and defend multiple positions. I think the summer was good for her. Her resting and the spring and summer was excellent. But it's almost like when we started doing workouts and the first day of practice, it was like almost she didn't miss a beat, So it was probably day one we came back. It was like nothing happened last year when she was back on the floor. So.
You become that good to the second weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of that focus has been driving you? Because you seem very determined whenever you mention it.
We talked about it as a team, and they hear it. But now, like today, it's Tuesday. It's practice 28. We'll have practice tomorrow and the day after. That's what we talked about, and they know that's our goal. That's where this next step this program has to make is take that next step, get into the second weekend. But we've had those conversations and we haven't brought it up in practice. The most important game is the next one because if we take care of business one game at a time, then that second weekend will take care of itself.
Can you hear Coach talk about the expectations for the team? Do you guys, I guess you can go one at a time. Do you feel like you guys are ready to take on those expectations and, be a deep NCAA tournament team this year?
I think that is the goal for the year. It's not like a dream, a wish or something. It's a goal that is set there, and we've been working hard, very, very hard this year to get there, and we can't wait for the season to come because we're taking day by day, game by game, and the goal is one, but we're not gonna rush into thinking about what's gonna happen in March. But yes, the goal is to go deeper in the NCAA tournament.
Same question?
Same question, sure.
I mean, I agree with Kate. We're working very hard each day in practice, and we're just thinking about every game. Our goal right now is LSU, which is the first game, and then every next game will be our goal. And then if we take care of business now, it's going to show later and on the NCAA tournament.
I mean, again, I agree, but I feel like there's a different sense of urgency. I don't know if that's the right phrase of it. Like when we practice, it's like what coach says. We are really experienced. We all been through the drill before. So there's another kind of focus this year that I don't think we've had the other years. And I think that focus is going to help us go deeper and take on each team at a time and don't have those breakdowns that we had some previous years and last year stuff.
Each of you in conference play, I think, averaged 37 minutes a game. At the end of that, what kind of physical toll did that take? I mean, y'all were playing virtually the whole game.
Yeah, I think when you're in it, you don't really think about it. At least I didn't think about it. But after the game and when you have to warm up the next day, as the season progresses, you can feel that you are a little more tired. But honestly, I didn't eat we could have played a whole game, and honestly, I don't even think we thought about it. I mean, we were in a good shape. Obviously, in the end of the season, you played so many games, so you are a little fatigued, and I think that showed probably in some of the later games. But it's probably gonna be really good for us to play less this year.
What about you, Laya? Because you were hurt.
Yeah, but I mean, I was hurt, but for me it would have been worse if I couldn't had played, because I wanted to help my team, and I was lucky that I worked with Michelle Latimer when my injury happened, and she really helped me to get better quick, and I was able to play. Actually the next game I was able to play, and I mean, it showed that we played a lot of minutes at the end of the season. We were kind of it would have been better if we had more rotations, but I think that's what we have this year. We have a lot of the freshmen are really good, and they're really gonna help us with playing time, and I think this year is gonna be better to help us be more healthy and more rest at the end of the season.
What about your backup, Alba? What kind of player is she?
She's from Spain, like me, and I didn't really know her. I knew who she was, but she's younger than me. I never played with her or against her, but she's really talented. She's really good. I think she's gonna help the team a lot. She understands basketball really good. She has a really good basketball IQ, and I think she's gonna help the team.
Is her game similar to yours? Does she have a different style?
It's a little it's pretty similar. She sees the floor very well, and she's better like dribbling, creating of the bounds like than shooting. But I think she's gonna do great things for this program.
You played for your country this summer, is that right?
That's right.
What did you, obviously it's a great experience, but what did you improve upon? What did that improve your game most?
Well, this summer was pretty long. Started right after the season ended. Worked out with coach, worked out with our strength and conditioning coach, prepared for my season, so-called season with the national team. We started in early May, and the European Championship was at the end of June. So it was a long summer. So I had time to work on my own skill, work with the national team. It was a completely new experience with different coaches, different basketball, and I think it definitely helped for me to be in a different place, environment, to be with a lot of experienced basketball players, to learn from them, and I see my summer as a great learning experience and opportunity. And definitely it was great. We qualified for the World Cup that is next year for the first time in our own history, men's or women's basketball. So I'm excited for that next year. But I mean that's the past. So I'm not focusing on it anymore. It was cool, it was nice, but now back to business here.
I know it's not your focus, but to be on a watch list and to have the top 25 rankings and all that stuff heading into the year, just how nice is that to get that national attention and recognition for your hard work from last year and this year?
I think it's a blessing because season hasn't even started. We haven't played a single game, and people already see us. People already rank us. It's a great opportunity as well to prove maybe wrong or right to somebody. But we're here to play basketball. We're here to go even higher. We have higher goals than someone else sees. So I think it's nice that people see us and people show the love, but we're here to play basketball and prove ourselves every game.
What does it mean to get Pereira back healthy?
Okay. It means a lot. It means we have more rotation, and she can do everything for us. Like she defends, she rebounds, she passes, she shoots. So it's just like a great addition to what we already have. I think she's gonna be really good for us this year, and yeah, she's definitely gonna improve
Does she
our
look
team.
like the old Laura Ferreira, new and improved? What is she?
New and improved. I
Really?
think her sitting out a year, watching basketball from the sideline, has helped her, and probably given her like a bigger passion for it too. Like I think when you sit out for that long, you crave playing basketball for like so much. So when you come back, you have another kind of understanding for it. I really think that this helped her, and I am 100% sure she's going to be great this year.
Mm-hmm.